Hello there, and welcome back to another video. I am Brown Eyes. Thank you guys so much for your likes, shares, and your subscriptions. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for all of your positive energy and feedback. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for taking this spiritual journey with Brown Eyes. Let's grow spiritually together, okay? So now I'm about to pull on the energy of the Divine Masculine. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone, only for those who it is intended for to resonate with. Take the part that fits, that you think fits, and keep it pushing. Don't stress yourself. You got enough to deal with. So don't stress about your Divine Masculine. This tarot reading is only to serve as kind of like a heads up. We're just pulling the energy, but it's not sealed in cement. It's not written in ink because free will is at play here. But this is just the energy of the Divine Masculine. For whomever energy I am picking up for, it's not going to be everyone, but for whoever it is, universal energy of light and love, I certainly thank you. So for this Divine Masculine's energy, we're calling on the energy of the Divine Masculines here, who are in separation with their Divine Feminine. What are their thoughts towards their Divine Feminine in this time of separation times two? Because you're separated and you're quarantined away from each other. You're emotionally apart and you're physically apart. What's up with the Divine Masculine's energy towards his Divine Feminine during this crucial time of separation here? I'm just going to pull all kind of cards. I'm going to start this reading off with the Romance Angels to get a overall romantic, because that's the only way I feel like the Divine Masculine should be thinking about his Divine Feminine, some type of romantic way. So it says, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So see, this is the overall energy of the Divine Masculine in this time of separation from his Divine Feminine. He's calling her in. He's not going to tell her that because he don't want any disappointments. He don't want to create any more disappointments, but energetically, this is what he's doing. He's calling in his soulmate. He's calling in his Divine Feminine. Because that's who he's thinking about in this time. Can I get some more cards for the Divine Masculine? That's who he's thinking about. That's who his energy is on. Calling in your soulmate. We have separation. The time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Bullshit. Absolutely it is. You guys are in separation already. So, I look at it like this, especially if you guys, because we're doing this reading based on the separation. Quarantine, you got the double separation here. But energetically, I think that you guys are apart here because a lot of Divine Masculines are in their own journey, in their self-healing, and they have to take that alone. So, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is a romance of a lifetime because this is your soulmate. This person is calling you. Divine Masculine is calling in his soulmate. But it took separation, though, for him to recognize who his true love is. This true love that he has for Divine Feminine is the love, the romance of a lifetime. And a lot of things he's realizing after the fact, because sometimes you have to really separate yourself. And it is so true. I know it's kind of hard to bear, but it is so true. If you really, really love something, you release it. And if it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, then I don't think that it's never for you. I just think that the universe has someone else or someone better for you. And you keep an open mind. The universe is telling your Divine Masculine to keep an open mind, or they're telling you to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So it could be that a lot of these Divine Feminines was putting a lot of pressure on these Divine Masculines' image. It's like, how do you demand such high ranking with something that you don't even understand? So it took me to go through something emotional in order to understand the connections, the spiritual connections here. And I think that if you really want a soulmate, your Divine Masculine, then a lot of Divine Feminines are going to have to put themselves in Divine Feminine's energy and stay in that energy. And a divine can release and let go if they have to. You hear me? And I just know that things will work out for your better. And I know that's easier said than done. I ain't trying to run my mouth. I'm just trying to encourage you because people have their free will. You have to understand that it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're losing. It just means that you're losing things that are not for you so that something that is for you can get in the way and come into your life and manifest is what I'm saying. So divine masculines, so far you're calling in your soulmate. You got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're in separation, but this person is your true love. And it's telling you. And maybe during this time of separation, the divine masculine has really been thinking because it's like he's calling in his soulmate. So maybe he's calling in his soulmate because he's really not sure of the spiritual connection between him and his divine feminine. Because that's what caused this separation here. So while he's calling in his soulmate, trying to get an understanding of what this spiritual connection really is, I think he's coming into the realization that it's really true love and that he's had to have an open mind about this. Because, most men ain't spiritual. They ain't trying to be in the la-la love. They feel like love is taking your ass out every once in a while, keeping them bills paid and loving you good. But emotional, they ain't going there. But I think he's learning, this divine masculine is really learning something. Four of Pentacles. So this divine masculine is calling in his soulmate, so he's holding on to this. It's like these divine masculines really long to have a really strong spiritual connection because they've never had that. And it gives them hope. Because the Hermit, see, like I said, they calling in their soulmate during this time of separation, they really had to question some things. So they're in hermit mode. They're searching for the truth. They're searching for the right understanding about this thing called soulmate connection because they're feeling something. During this time of separation and this quarantine downtime, a lot of people are forced to really be still and really go within and really question some things. They have the time now to really question the hard questions to answer, things that they really don't want to address. They're forced to address those things now because it's right there. So during this time of separation, the divine masculine has been soul searching and holding on. He has been soul searching to such a point that he refused to let it go. He's holding it close to him. This is something he's really wanting to know. So he had to go in hermit mode because he was holding on to this. This is because he didn't understand it. He had so many relationships and they never test him spiritually. But when he met the divine feminine, it really challenged him and tested him. And it had him wanting to go within because he realized he needed healing. So why is separation here for the divine masculine? Now, I am pulling on the energy of his emotions towards you. This is what he's feeling towards his divine feminine in this time of double separation. He's calling her in, but he's had to really do some soul searching and stay to himself in order to understand what is this really real? Is this really a spiritual connection here? Is there such a thing as soulmate twin flame relationships? So quite naturally, him not understanding all of the love you was giving him was because you were spiritually connected, and he didn't understand it. So therefore, it caused a wedge between you guys. And I feel like a lot of divine masculines self-sabotage these relationships because they were afraid of them. Because most men shy away from spiritual things because they think everything spiritual is mystifying, voodoo, black, dark, and evil, when that's not true. It's just that we don't know our history. So that is what caused the separation from his divine feminine. But during this time of separation, he's been introspecting, and he's come up with the conclusion that this partnership or this soulmate connection, this energy he feels towards the divine feminine is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. It's such a romance that it's a romance of a lifetime. So quite naturally, it's going to cause him to want to question, what the fuck is this? What is this that make me feel this way? I can't explain it. I can't control it. I try to run from it, but it's everywhere. What is this universe? So he had to ask some questions because he realized in his spirit, deep down in his soul, that this was a romance of a lifetime, that this was true love, and it scared him. So that's why he come up with the conclusion that he had to keep an open mind because his soulmate, which is you, divine feminine, is totally different from the usual type of people that he and his expectations. This is nothing like these divine masculines are used to. They're not used to no shit like this. They're used to everything physical, fleshly, materialistic, carnal, and all things dealing with the flesh and all of the addictions attached with that, but no emotional fulfillment, and not even nobody in their life to speak nothing into their life positive or spiritually. So this is quite naturally why they're questioning this, because they didn't know. You are different. You're so different, divine feminine, than anything he's ever met in his life. That's why this shit is the way it is, because he's had to do a total awakening and come to a massive realization that there is a such thing as a soulmate connection. There is true love, but it's otherworldly. And the otherworldly is that spiritual connection that the two of you have. So let's clarify separation here for the energy of the divine masculine towards his divine feminine in this double separation time here. We have the high priestess. Separation. During the separation, he wasn't talking. He wasn't saying anything. No, he ain't saying nothing. Probably still ain't saying shit, because he's still trying to figure this shit out. But even now, so he can't move around, but at least he's seeking. So the high priestess is the one who knows, very intuitive, knows things, but don't say it. So it's like during this time of separation, he's been enlightened, but he ain't saying nothing to your ass, divine feminine, because he's still in awe himself. He's still trying to get used to that there is something. There's other worldly things. There's a spiritual world going on other than what we've all been taught. We got the Three of Pentacles here. So he's keeping to us. He's not telling you that he wants to work with you. He wants to partner up with his divine feminine, because he realized in this time of separation that this person really is their soulmate, that this person, that his divine feminine is his true love, and that he's been forced to see things differently. He's forced to have a different perspective. Now he has an open mind about it, because he's been enlightened about it. He went within and found the answers. So let's clarify true love for the divine masculine here towards his divine feminine. This is the romance of a lifetime. We have the Chariot. He wants to move forward, but he's stuck. He's stuck in this quarantine time. And anyway, he don't want to be. It's like, okay. I feel like energetically, they want forward movement. They want to move forward and be victorious, and they want to get there quickly. But I think right now is not the time, because you're still in separation. It still needs to be this separation here, because the only thing it does is, it seems like the more you stay away from this divine masculine, the more he goes within, because he's begin to be enlightened. So the more he's finding the answers, the more questions he's asking. As long as he's getting those answers, those questions answered, and he's understanding, he's being enlightened, then it causes him to stay within. He's really liking that, because he's finding out some shit that he ain't never knew. But energetically, he longs to move forward to his true love. He misses you. He misses the romance you guys share. He misses that passion, because it was just a magnetic, passionate connection between you two. The Knight of Swords, true love. So someone wants to move. He wants to come fast, but he wants to come like he wants to come and be honest with you. I guess he wants to tell you about why you guys was in separation, was because he really didn't believe you loved him the way you said you did. He wasn't used to love. He didn't know that you really loved him like that, because he just not used to real love. So he wants to question everything. He wants to tell you why, he wants to tell you that he considers you to be his soulmate. He wants to tell you that he knows that you are his true love, and that he's been forced to go within, and that he's grew up spiritually and emotionally to the point where he can have an open mind, and he can see things from your perspective just like he can his, and it doesn't make you any different. In fact, in his eyes, it makes you better, because you're spiritual. So he wants to express true love, but he wants to tell you a lot of things too. He wants to be honest. And I think he's coming in this Knight of Swords energy, because he's been silent for so long. He's been silent so long. Keep an open mind. You got Two of Wands here. So divine masculine has decisions to take. He needs to figure out which journey he wants to take. Does he remain in separation, or does he move forward here? This is and you got the Judgment card. So it's like this is what it seems like to me. It's like the universe is giving this divine masculine a choice. Even though they've shared with him everything that is pertaining to this spiritual connection, let him know this is your divine feminine. She is true love. Keep an open mind. This some shit you ain't used to. They didn't teach you this in church. Your homeboys ain't talking about no divine spiritual connections, man. Goddamn. So the universe is telling you that you're enlightened and that this is who it is. But now it's telling you to keep an open mind, but you're at a crossroads here because you don't you're still trying to choose between the two, but the universe is also telling you that either you need to heal this situation between you and your divine feminine and choose the road that's going to take you there and fulfill that debt because they fulfill their contract, or Judgment. Either way it goes, whatever road this divine masculine chooses to take, he will be judged for it because he has been fighting this spiritual connection for so long. He's been doing what he's wanted to do for so long. But now the universe is telling him to decide what you want to do. Either way it go, you will be judged. So I think in a sense now, since that's judgment, that could be healing a situation. It could be karmic judgment. It could be, being accounted for the choices you made. So the universe is telling him to choose. But remember, the choices that you make has repercussions to them. That's why the Judgment card is here. It's like whichever road you take, you will be judged. So make sure you create positive karma and take the positive road instead of creating negative karma where you're taking negative roads and dragging people in it. So let me pull some more cards here. But this is good. He's calling divine masculine. Is calling in his soulmate. He's calling in his soulmate. And what I want to feel. So I want to get these Kipper cards. Let me get some of these. Because we already know that he's emotional here. Because he didn't even believe in a connection. He just thought he just thought the divine feminine was just too goddamn emotional for him. It's what he thought. And it scared him because he thought it was overkill, but it was real. Divine feminine couldn't help that she felt that way. It was something. She had she felt like her other part was missing. And that was her divine masculine, but he didn't see it that way. Men ain't trying to get involved with all that stuff. And it becomes a turnoff to them until they lose it and they stuck with nothing but dark energy. Then they want to start asking some questions and researching stuff. Can we get some more energy for the divine masculine's energy towards his divine feminine? What do you need your divine feminine to know, divine masculine, here in this time of double separation here? Reveal your inner thoughts towards your divine feminine. We know that you understand your connection now. You know that your divine feminine is your soulmate. You know that she's your true love, she or he. We doing energy. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, you got moving on here. You got choose wisely, you got spiritual strength, and you got authority. This is from the Psychic Tarot. So, moving on. So, either divine masculine is saying that he's moving on from this connection, which I don't. Well, he has a choice, though. Like we all do, he has a choice, but either road he take, he's going to be judged for it. So moving on, it could be that he's moving on because if you look at this picture, he don't look like he's moving on that much because you don't see his back. And when somebody's really moving on, you're going to see their back because their ass is moving away from you. But he's like halfway looking at you kind of. Like, do I step over this threshold or what? This is bullshit energy. So it's like maybe this divine masculine is moving away from undecisiveness. Because next to it, he has choose wisely. So that's why the universe is telling you whatever choice you take, you will be judged for it. So it's like maybe the divine masculine is moving away from undecisiveness or indecisiveness and stagnation and taking control of his life. He's moving on to a bigger, more mature way of thinking here. because now he's in his spiritual strength, because you have the spiritual strength card here, and then you have the authority card here. So it seems like maybe he's moving away from the mess, and he's choosing to move in a positive direction. And what is helping him to do that is his spiritual strength. So taking this spiritual journey has given him authority. So now he can stand in his authority, because he's calling in his soulmate. He know his soulmate is his true love. He's just needing to make that decision to come forward and initiate it and to actually live in it. Not just fucking think about it all the time, divine masculine. Move something. You hear me? Move something. They don't want to move nothing. The bottom of the deck, we got the strength card here. So he's needing strength, but you got spirit. See, the bottom of the deck, he needs strength or courage. But the universe is already telling him, you got strength. You got the only strength you need. You have spiritual strength, divine masculine, to aid you in any journey you shall take here. All you have to do is just stand in your authority and make it happen. Instead of being indecisive. What the hell you indecisive for? It's either or. It's either yay or nay, okay? So clarify moving on for the divine masculine here. Why is this card here for the divine masculine? Clarify moving on for the divine masculine's energy towards his divine feminine. We got justice. So it could be karmic. He could be dealing in the justice system, or he's moving on to balance himself, or he's moving... Oh, let's see. It could be karma, because he's moving on. He's moving from something. What is he moving from? Moving on. Moving on. We have the strength card again. I shuffle that. So he's needing courage. So he's okay. So maybe this divine masculine is needing courage to face his karma, because he's moving on, but he's indecisive. Because if the divine masculine is illuminated that his divine feminine is his soulmate, yet he's still being indecisive, it's probably because he's still going through some type of karmic cycle here that he's trying to move away from. He's moving on from it, but he needs the strength to do that. But it's like he's not making the choice to do it, because he's indecisive. Universe is warning him, you're going to be judged either way it goes, so what are you going to choose? See, choose wisely. It doesn't matter if you hit the 2 of Wands, needing to make a choice. You're still needing to make a choice. The universe is telling you to choose wisely now. So if the universe is telling you, once you move this karmic situation and you're moving away from it, choose wisely. Don't jump out of the frying pan right into the fire, divine masculine. You're supposed to be heading to your divine feminine. You know that's a spiritual connection there. You haven't even corrected it. So, you it's like you cannot do what you want to do and expect for everything to turn out in your favor. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that for none of us. You got the Wheel of Fortune. So, based on the choices that you make, it could yield you something is changing here. Hopefully your luck is changing, because it says choose wisely. Based on the choices that you make would determine what type of fortune you will get, or what you will get out of it. So what choices do you need to make that's going to bring you the best? Something is changing. You're releasing a burden. You got this 10 of Wands here. So you're choosing to change the cycle in your life by releasing burdens around you. I heard that, divine masculine. Go on and get it then. So you're moving away from karmic situations, but you're needing the strength to do it. But you're choosing to change this negative energy that you're around by releasing these burdens that you have been under, that's kept you and your divine feminine in separation. So clarify spiritual strength for the divine masculine. Why is this here? Spiritual strength. We have Death card, because you're transforming, divine masculine. That's why spiritual strength is here. Your divine feminine might not even recognize your ass. Can I get another card for spiritual strength? You're rebirthing. You're transforming out with the old and in with the new for this one. And you got the 5 of Wands, conflict. So it's been rough for the divine masculine doing this transformation. They've been in conflict. And not only that, they're releasing burdens from all these different people who they've always had to deal with, because when you see this choose wisely, you see all these hands out. These are a lot of people and a lot of choices the divine masculine could choose from. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're romantic, but these are other people. Because you got the 5 of Wands after the death card, so it's like he's transforming, but it's still toxic. People got so much shit to say about this divine masculine trying to better himself. So it's like he has to release these negative energies away from him. But since he's got this spiritual strength, he's transforming. It's no longer the conflict. It's no longer hanging around toxic, negative people who's trying to tell you what the hell you should do for yourself, because you're in your power. You have spiritual strength. That's going to push you and usher you into this authority, because you have authority here, divine masculine. So true enough, the divine masculine is calling in his soulmate. He understands that the divine feminine is true love, but these are the things he has to go through just to get there. He's in some type of karmic situation, but he's having to release it, and the universe is telling him you're going to have to make some choices, but choose wisely. Okay, authority, Knight of Pentacles. So it's something that's slow moving, it's been a long time. This divine masculine has been in conflict within this spirituality, within his inner man for a long time. And that's why he kept attracting all these negative, toxic people, because he was in this energy. It was a long time to build this authority, this energy of empowerment in his life, because he was always in conflict, always catering to other people, too many people. And you got the Page of Wands, so it's like, let me see, Page of Wands is slow moving. They want to offer something practical, but it was slow. Okay, so it seems like the divine masculine was slow to build his stability, because he was too busy playing. He was too busy not taking life seriously. But the reason why he wasn't taking life seriously was because he was surrounded by so many people who was not taking life serious either. So they became a burden to him, because how can you grow when you got all this around you? How can you grow spiritually if you got all of this constantly around you? So the divine masculine had to release that. And the only way he was able to release that was standing in his power of his spiritual strength from his spirit guides, his angels. So therefore it made him transform. It transformed him into the man that he wants to be today. And this is a man of power. In his power, on his throne, he's in total control of his life. He's an authority figure. He's not wanting for anything. He makes sound choices. He mean what he say, and he say what he mean. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy. He's stern. He's respected. He's feared upon because of his image. So, all right, let me hear him pull a couple of cards from the angels right quick. See what the universe needs to tell you right quick, divine masculine. Oh, wait a minute. Wait on that. Let me see. Let me pull some more energy from here right quick. Can we get some more energy for the divine masculine here? His thoughts towards his divine feminine. Can we get some more energy for the divine masculine in separation twice towards his divine feminine, please? He's feeling stuck. He's got the 8 of Swords energy. This is how he's feeling, because he can't get to her. It's too much tension between the two. And so even if things, it just seems like things are worse now. You got the Chariot card. He wants to move forward. You got Chariot card twice. He's stuck, but he wants to move forward victoriously. Or he wants to move away from this feeling stuck and feeling trapped. Because that's what's keeping him stuck, with all these hands stuck out and all this 5 of Wands energy with too much conflict. He wants you to know that he's trying to move away from toxic situations, divine feminine. He's got 3 of Wands. He's waiting for you. He's waiting for this to manifest in his life, because he knows that this relationship is successful. And he's waiting for it to manifest. It's just that he's going through his karmic cycle. Got the King of Cups. He want to offer you his cup of love is what he wants. He wants to show you that he loves you, divine feminine. He wants to take a new journey with you, divine feminine, is what he want to do. All these things he want to do with his divine feminine. It's like he got so much stuff going on externally. He's doing good, better, though, because he's in his spiritual strength. But physically, some things, okay, I can't, okay, even though he's in his spiritual strength, the spiritual strength is to help him and to understand what he's going through. But under judgment, he's in this karmic situation in order for him to reap his karma. It's something that he's done. Look how he did the divine feminine. He wants to move towards calmer waters with you, divine feminine. He doesn't want conflict between you two. He feel like you are very comforting. You are like home to him. You're peace for him. He wants to come to you, but he's still gonna have some type of mental anguish going on. Because even though the Six of Swords is moving towards calmer waters, you still taking, or maybe he wants to sneak off with you. You may have a child with this person, but it's like he wants to steal you away and sneak off. Because he wants to take a new journey with you. He wants to come out of this anxiety. Because it's needing to make this decision is really hurting him because he feels stuck. Because he's in a karmic situation. And the reason why he's in this karmic situation is because that's his karma. He has to learn this. Queen of Cups. He want to get out of his head of torment so that he can take this cup and offer his cup to you. He wants to accept your cup, divine feminine, because you're offering your cup to him. But you're offering your cup to him in the time. That's why there's separation. You're offering your cup to him in the time of when he's have mental anguish and he's going through some things. See, so it doesn't matter how much love you show him right now. It's something that he has to go through. That's why he has the Justice card here. He has to go through this individually in order for him to come to you correctly. These are the things he desires to do towards you energetically, but he's stuck in his head and he's got to learn something. The Hierophant. He's already in something. King of Wands here. So he wants to offer you a higher level of commitment, divine feminine. He's got a lot of passion for you. He wants to take action towards you. He wants to do exactly what he's telling you, but he just got a lot going on. He's got that Two of Swords again. He got a lot of twos. It's just he's needing to decide. So it's up to him to decide ultimately what he's gonna do. But I mean, you don't have to wait for him, divine feminine. Don't get stuck waiting on these divine masculines because they worried about their money. Yeah, they're doing spiritual healing, but let them heal. Let some time go by. Whatever. Go on. Try to forget about it. I know that's hard. You're still connected spiritually, but go on and enjoy your life. Live within the moment because tomorrow is not promised to you. Don't grow old and use up all the best youthful years waiting on a man who's still living his life is what I'm saying. So make sure you thinking about you. So it says there's something better. See there? Goddamn. See there? Oh my God. You see there? The universe just already telling you, divine feminine. Either the universe is telling you, divine feminine, that this person, right, divine masculine, is not for you, or the universe is telling the divine masculine that there's something better. That's why they need to let this karmic relationship go. It says meditation brings answers. So they need to stay in their hermit mode. They need to stay in their spiritual strength because, like I said, they're getting the answers. So it's just that they just can't do it. So that you could be receiving some type of communication from them within the next few months. A lot might have changed within the next few months. In fact, within the next few months, the universe is telling you that they're going to take action towards you. They're going to take action to you. So it's telling you in the meantime to just wait and recover, heal yourself. So when he or she come back, you'll be emotionally prepared to receive them. So I guess I'm going to stop right where it says no. And it says, if you believe, you will have success and abundance and even romance. But you have to forgive him. And it's looking at you, divine feminine, and saying unlikely. But it says you're ready, okay? And it says no need to worry. Yes, the situation will improve. Okay, divine masculine, that's a lot of cards for you, but that's what the universe wanted you to know, divine masculine. So this has been your divine masculine reading for towards his divine feminine in separation, double time, separation times, the quarantine time. These are his energetic energies towards his divine feminine in separation. So if this video resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Thank you so kindly for tuning into Brown Eyes, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.